Hey YouTube, welcome to Trevor's Vinyl World. Today I want to talk a little bit about the band Bon Jovi. Growing up, they were one of my favorite bands. I absolutely love their stuff from the 80s. I love most of their music from the 90s. Basically, from the year 1986 until the end of the 90s, I love all that. Obviously, not every song, but for the most part, I stand by all of their work in that time. After that, it gets dicey. They've had some albums lately that I'm just not a fan of. They had one that was like a country album. They've had a couple without Richie Sambora that are just very flat. Not all their stuff without Richie is bad, but it is a shame. I mean, I guess that when Richie goes off and does his own thing, I know he's released like 3 or 4 solo albums, and I've heard that the one from 1991 that was called "Stranger in This Town" that is supposedly his best album. I have not listened to it yet, but I would tell people that if you're gonna listen to any of his solo albums, that is supposed to be the one to start with. The 1991 album, "Stranger in This Town." I do know that there's a song or two on there that Eric Clapton is a guest appearance on, and I guess Richie Sambora does a really good job mixing blues and rock. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about some of the albums from Bon Jovi today that get overlooked. And if you are a fan of Bon Jovi, maybe you have overplayed your Slippery When Wet record and your New Jersey record, or you've downloaded a bunch of a playlist of Bon Jovi and you're getting sick of listening to the same songs. Obviously, we all love Wanted Dead or Alive. We all love Living on a Prayer. But after you've heard them 20 times, any great song you can get sick of. So today I want to run through 4 or 5 albums of Bon Jovi that you may not have listened to. Obviously, if you are a diehard Bon Jovi fan, maybe you have listened to these, but I'm going to guess that a lot of people out there that have heard of Bon Jovi have not listened to these records, and I would stand by all of these. The first one I'm going to go to, some people put this as their #1 ranked album, and I think a lot of their fans would actually be surprised by this, because when you think of Bon Jovi, you think of the album New Jersey, you think of their self-titled album, you think of Slippery When Wet, even Keep the Faith, when they all got haircuts and they adapted to the 90s, and it's an amazing album. I mean, that's one of their best albums. But the album I'm talking about is from 1995, and it is called These Days. It's got a beautiful cover. It was shot in Mexico, the photograph on it. The band looks awesome. They sound awesome. This is the best, most polished, what do you want to call it? Harmony of Richie Sambora and Bon Jovi. The songs are amazing. There's no glam, and I like the glam metal from Bon Jovi, but when you listen to this 1995 album called These Days, every song on it is good. The songwriting is amazing. I really wish they would have had a couple more albums like this right after this, but of course, everyone starts feuding or whatever. But anyways, the first album is These Days from 1995. If you have not heard this record, for a while this was hard to find, and it was actually, you had to pay a price to get this record. But now I know for a fact that there's a 2016 version of this. I have bought it. It's about $34, $35 to buy this record, whether you're on eBay or whatever. So you can get this record now. And I would say a couple years ago it was a little harder to find, but yeah, no, it is out there. Another record or another album of theirs that some people may have overlooked is their 2005 album, Have a Nice Day. This doesn't really have any hits on it. but it's very guitar heavy, very like, hey, we are a rock band. Let's just fucking let's cut loose and play a little. I really like this album. I went back to this one not too long ago and just listened to the full album on YouTube. And I was very surprised. I had never given this one. I wasn't a big fan of the is it Crush that has the song It's My Life and It's Now or Never. I don't wanna be with Trevor. Like, I was never a fan of that song, and I want to say that was on the like year 2000 Crush album. So I think that because I wasn't into that album, I didn't really give this Have a Nice Day one a try. But I really like this one. So Have a Nice Day, that album is one that I would recommend. And then this is one that gets overlooked. And if this had a couple more songs on it, I would argue this is one of their best albums. And I'm talking about 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit from 1985. This is their second album that they ever released. Some people call it an EP. I call it an album. I love the cover. I love In and Out of Love is one of the songs on there. To me, that is one of my favorite Bon Jovi songs of all time. And the video, you can just tell that John Bon Jovi is going to be a star. I want to say they shot it in Tokyo because Bon Jovi was actually more popular in Tokyo before they were popular in America. But it just takes you back to like 1985. It takes you back to the poofy hair, the amazing outfits, and this is an awesome rock band right out of the gate. And you can just tell that John Bon Jovi is a star. If you have not seen the music video for In and Out of Love and you are a Bon Jovi fan, you have to look that up. But anyways, that song is on here, Tokyo Road, which is awesome. It's got Silent Night. It's got Only Lonely, which it's kind of funny listening to Bon Jovi in his 20s crying about, being lonely. Like, yeah, must be rough. But anyways, 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. I love this album. If you are a Bon Jovi fan and for whatever reason you have not heard this record, that is one to look up. And then I'm going to go with, what is it? Oh, Forever. This, I want to say, came out maybe 2024. This is pretty current. And it might have been a Target exclusive. I think at first it wasn't available on vinyl, but now I believe, don't hold me to it, but I want to say that you can get a vinyl record of this. And they say on there that this is the best collection of Bon Jovi songs without Richie Sambora. So that's why I put this down here as a recommendation. I know there's a song or two with Ed Sheeran. And then Bon Jovi has a song on there called My First Guitar, which is supposed to be pretty good. So I put that one down. And then I also liked their album called 2020, which came out 2020. Another one where even without Richie Sambora, they're holding their own. So anyways, just wanted to go over some of those. I think a lot of people, when they think of Bon Jovi, they think of Slippery When Wet. They think of the self-titled album. They think of New Jersey. And then it's like, maybe you think of Keep the Faith. Maybe you think of Crush. But I think a lot of people after that, like when I said These Days is considered their best album, I think a lot of people would be shocked by that. But a lot of people on the internet would agree with that. But I do feel like half of Bon Jovi fans have not even listened, or they don't even know that they listened to that album. They've just heard a couple songs from it. So anyways, and then one other quick thing. If you have Sirius satellite radio, Bon Jovi has their own channel called Bon Jovi Radio, channel 312. Keep listening to Bon Jovi. Everyone, have a good one. Talk to you later. Subscribe to the channel.